The spiritual industry is lying to you. Every guru, every retreat leader, every coach raking in millions with their glossy books and viral TED Talks, they all push the same shiny promise. Expand your consciousness, shift your mindset, and watch your life transform overnight. But here's the uncomfortable truth they've buried under layers of feel-good fluff. Your consciousness isn't the problem. It's already expanding faster than ever. The real culprit holding you back? Your body. People chase enlightenment through apps, podcasts, and expensive seminars, convinced that more awareness equals more freedom. They're wrong. And the evidence is staring us in the face, from skyrocketing anxiety rates despite a boom in meditation users to woke influencers quietly battling burnout. This misconception persists because it keeps the cash flowing. Admitting the body needs rewiring would shatter their simple formulas. But today, I'm exposing why taming your primitive nervous system is the missing key to true liberation, and how ignoring it keeps you trapped in survival mode forever. Let's unpack where this massive blind spot comes from. For generations, spiritual teachings have glorified the mind and soul as the path to transcendence. Think about it. Ancient texts like the Upanishads or modern hits like The Power of Now focus on awakening your inner observer, detaching from ego and aligning with the universe. These ideas exploded in popularity because they're inspiring and accessible. No sweat required, just quiet reflection. Society plays right into it. In our tech-driven world, we're bombarded with quick-fix hacks. Manifest your dream life in 21 days, or unlock your third eye with this one meditation. Influencers amplify this by sharing glowing testimonials, but they rarely show the relapses, the moments when old fears creep back. Why isn't this hot take mainstream? Because questioning the mind-first approach threatens a multi-billion-dollar empire built on seminars, apps, and supplements. People cling to it since it's easier to visualize success than to confront physical discomfort. But here's where the truth emerges. Your body isn't just along for the ride, it's the gatekeeper. Neuroscience shows our nervous systems evolved for a brutal prehistoric world, not this era of endless notifications and subtle stresses. Ignoring that mismatch? It's why so many enlightened folks still feel stuck. And if you're sensing a disconnect in your own life, stick around, because what comes next might just explain everything. At the core of this expose is a simple, game-changing idea. Your awareness has evolved, but your body hasn't caught up. We're in an unprecedented age of collective awakening, access to ancient wisdom, psychedelics, and quantum insights via your phone. Studies from places like the HeartMath Institute reveal that practices like meditation can literally expand brain coherence, making you more intuitive and connected. Yet, look at the evidence. Despite mindfulness apps boasting over 500 million downloads worldwide, global anxiety disorders have risen 25% in the last decade, per World Health Organization data. Why? Polyvagal theory, pioneered by Dr. Stephen Porges, explains it. Our nervous system has three modes: safe and social, ventral vagal; fight or flight, sympathetic; and shutdown, dorsal vagal. Modern life keeps most of us locked in the latter two, with chronic stress hormones like cortisol overriding our higher insights. From this angle, it all makes sense. You know you deserve better, a thriving career, loving relationships. But when opportunity knocks, your body rebels. Racing heart, tight chest, frozen decisions. It's not laziness or lack of will. It's ancient wiring mistaking vulnerability for danger. The spiritual world glosses over this because somatic work, releasing stored tension through the body, doesn't sell as easily as a 10-minute guided audio. But ignore it, and your expanded consciousness becomes a curse, clashing with a system designed for caves, not cosmos. And just when you think that's bad enough, wait until you hear how this sabotage shows up in ways you never suspected. Now, let's pull this hot take into lesser-known territory. This body-mind war isn't just personal, it's epigenetic and cultural. Research in epigenetics, like studies from the University of California, shows how trauma from ancestors, think wars, famines, gets encoded in our DNA, influencing how our nervous systems respond today. In 2025, with rising global uncertainties like AI disruptions and climate shifts, this inherited wiring amplifies collective dread, explaining phenomena like doom-scrolling addiction, despite knowing it's harmful. Why do spiritual leaders let this lie linger? Profit and simplicity. Admitting the body needs taming means recommending messy practices like trauma-informed yoga or breathwork retreats, which don't scale like online courses. They allow the misconception because it keeps followers hooked, always chasing the next breakthrough without addressing the root. But from my view, this proves the point. True masters, like those in somatic psychology fields, quietly integrate bodywork, achieving lasting change. If you're doubting this, consider how many gurus preach detachment while living in luxury. Their bodies are regulated, yours aren't. And speaking of regulation, the signs of this imbalance are hiding in plain sight, but more on that in a moment. First off, how do you spot when your nervous system is the silent saboteur? One major red flag: the insight-action gap. You have profound realizations, maybe during a walk or journal session, feeling utterly empowered. But hours later, procrastination hits, or you self-sabotage with overeating or arguments. This isn't weak willpower. It's your sympathetic system flooding you with adrenaline, interpreting change as threat. Another sign: physical whispers turning into shouts. Chronic tension in your neck, unexplained fatigue, or gut issues that flare during stress. Harvard Medical School links these to dysregulated vagus nerves, which control 80% of your body's relaxation signals. Emotionally, watch for roller coasters, euphoric highs from spiritual practices crashing into isolation or irritability. If relationships suffer despite your empathy growth, that's your body in freeze mode, blocking connection. And here's a cliffhanger for you. These signs aren't random, they're evolutionary holdovers. But what if I told you spotting them is just the start? The real power comes in rewiring, and the methods I'm about to reveal could flip your life in weeks. Diving deeper, let's back this with hard science. Somatic experts like Peter Levine in Waking the Tiger describe how trauma lodges in the body as incomplete survival responses, energy frozen mid-fight or flight. To release it, we need practices that speak the body's language, not just the mind's. Evidence piles up. A 2023 study in the Journal of Traumatic Stress found that body-based therapies like EMDR reduced PTSD symptoms by 60% more than talk therapy alone. Why? They target the psoas muscle, your fight or flight core, or the vagus nerve, resetting from survival to thriving. In everyday terms, this means your expanded awareness finally lands. Decisions flow, creativity surges, relationships deepen. But the industry downplays it because it's not glamorous. It involves shaking, breathing deeply, or even roaring to discharge energy. Still skeptical? Consider Wim Hof's method. Controlled breathing and cold exposure have rewired thousands, boosting immune responses by 200% per University of Amsterdam research. And if that's intriguing, hold on. The practical steps are next, and they're simpler than you think. Finally, the actionable part. How to control this and rewire for good. Start with awareness, daily body scans. Lie down, breathe, and notice sensations without judgment. This builds interoception, your inner sense, as shown in fMRI studies from the University of Wisconsin. Next, regulate actively. Try coherent breathing. Inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 5, syncing heart and brain waves. Heart math tools prove this cuts stress by 40% in minutes. For deeper work, somatic exercises like gentle trembling from trauma-releasing exercises discharge stored tension. Think of it as shaking off the caveman dust. Incorporate movement. Yoga or Tai Chi realigns your system, with a 2024 meta-analysis in Frontiers in Psychology linking them to 50% better emotional regulation. Track progress with a journal. Note when old patterns fade. The top performers, CEOs, athletes, use these quietly, aligning body with mind for peak flow states. But beware, this isn't overnight. Push too hard, and your system resists. Start small, build consistency. And if you're wondering why this isn't everywhere, well, that's the exposé coming full circle. In the end, the hot take stands. Your consciousness knows the way forward, but your untamed body blocks the path. We've exposed the spiritual industry's mind-only myth, backed by science and real-world gaps. Link this to broader shifts, like how AI accelerates awareness while bodies lag, and it's clear: rewire now or stay stuck. If this resonates, hit like, share with someone chasing enlightenment, and subscribe for more uncovers. Remember, you already know the truth. Now, let your body catch up. Thanks for watching.